Right, I'm working on the old Eliminator at the minute. I think I've come to a decision on the Royal Enfield. I've had it 2 years now, and I'm seriously thinking of moving that on. Yeah, anyway, that's not what I turned the camera on for. I've turned the camera on because I'm gone ahead and put a couple of bits on without you guys being here. Carburetor. Now, I've not had that apart. I believe it's to be okay. If I have to take it off again, I have to take it off again. It's a bit of a pain because you have to sort of unbolt the airbox and unbolt the carburetor off and sort of jiggle the two off as together sort of thing. But anyway, I've got the body of the airbox on, I've got the carb on, and I've got the throttle connected there, and that's where I've got a problem because it's not. Oh, there you go. It's very slowly going back. Pretty sure it's not the carb, I think it's the cables. So what I'm going to try and do is lubricate the cables. You can't beat a bit of lubrication. Now I've not used it for a fucking long time, but I've got this little cable lubricator thingy-jiggy bob. So I am going to try. I think it's going to rain. I'm going to try and lubricate these cables up before the rain comes. You can't even see what I'm doing, can you? Not that it's that interesting, to be honest. I'm just disconnecting the throttle cables. I've just had my BMW cleaned because I'm going to Scotland, Glasgow, for a family event tomorrow. Yes, a 6-hour drive. So that'll give the old Beamer a run for its money. So the way this thing works is it's got a rubber thing inside it. One end has got a large opening, to the end has got a small opening. So we fit the large opening over the large end of the cable and tighten it down. These things, they tend to leak and shoot more fucking lubricant all over the floor than they get in the actual cable, but we'll give it a try. So with that clamped on the cable, thus, you got sit up there. I'll show you. And then we've got our knockoff WD-40, and it's got a little entry there. The straw don't fit it. Hang on, sort of force. See what I mean? They're messy old fucking things, but so we'll sort of work that backwards and forwards and try and get some lubrication down the cable. So, not very interesting, is it? In fact, I'm going to turn the camera off because it's not interesting at all. And my WD-40's just fallen on the floor. Right, they're back on. Sorted. Right, we are going to leave it there for today. I've not done a massive amount. A lot of it was trying to figure out where everything went, because you take something apart and try and remember where it all goes back together weeks later. If you're anything like me, you don't remember. Anyway, we've got this air valve all fitted on now, back onto the air box. I couldn't remember where all these air vacuum pipes went. That's the vacuum feed for the tank, because it's got like a vacuum feed tank. But yeah, I've rewatched some old videos and managed to figure that out. So now, what's that there? Oh, that's going to be the kickstand, isn't it? Didn't I connect that? I thought I did. No, I didn't. What's that for? Is that the oil sensor? Oh, come on, where are you going? Oh, I see, yeah, it goes on. It goes in there. Well, I'll pop that on. Anyway, we're done for the day. Hello, it's me again. Right, what we're going to do today. I'm having a bit of a sale, actually. The Royal Enfield. I owned it 2 years. Don't seem it, does it? But yeah, I've just put that up on Facebook Marketplace for 3,750. I think it's a fucking good price. I don't think you'll get a better one than that. I think I've underpriced it, which I'm hoping it will sell quickly. Why? There's a bike I want. We'll deal with that if it becomes a thing. I've put that for sale as well. I've had a few idiot replies in Facebook Marketplace. Fucking good. I mean, if you wanna weed out the fucking idiots, put something for sale on Facebook Marketplace. Will you deliver? You know, is it road legal? Will you take 40 quid for it? You know, fuck's sake. I mean, what is it with Facebook Marketplace? Anyway, like I said, we're having a bit of a sale. Get rid of them. Gives me a bit more room in the shed. Which means one day I might be able to carry on with my GPZ 500. I bet you haven't seen that for a while. Likewise, nor have I. But the focus of my focus, I started saying something there and couldn't complete it. The focus of my focus is to get this bad boy down to the MOT testing station. You know, we're a long way away from that, but you know, we're making progress. I want to start it, but I've got no oil in it, and some fuckwits painted over the thing where you check the oil. Weren't me, honest gov. It was. Right, let me see what we're going to do, and we'll crack on. Right, I say right a lot, don't I? I was reviewing one of my videos the other day, and I say right every 5 minutes. Right, right. Let's stop saying right. Right, let's change the oil. And when I say change the oil, what I mean is put some oil in it, because it ain't got none. I took it out ages ago. Now that, what do you call it? I've cleared that, so we can now see how much oil's in it, which is none, of course, I think. But I am just going to drop the drain plug, just to make sure that there is actually no oil. Like I said, I'm fairly certain I drained it. Also, the bike is absolutely dead level. I don't know if you can see that, but I've got spirit level on it. I've put some bits under there to make it level. Right, let's do it. I've got this little cup here. I know it's not much, but like I said, I'm pretty sure there's no oil in it. So we'll drop the old drain plug. Oh, there's a little bit coming out. Not a lot. Let's get a bit of rag. All that drains. Because I've got a new one, I think. I'll say that, but this won't come off. seems to be stuck. Is it supposed to come off? It's like it's captive. Let me just get the new one, see what it looks like. See, now I'm not sure, because that is the washer on there that's captive, and I think it's probably supposed to stay on there, because the new one is very, very small. So is the new one supposed to go on and that's supposed to stay like that? I really don't know. But let's pop it on anyway. That oil's gone absolutely everywhere. And if it leaks, won't we? Yeah, that's all that come out of it. Clean up so that Mrs. Motorcycle Junkie don't tell me off. Click. Okay, right, that's all the oil drained out. Let's pop round the other side and have a look at the oil filter. Now on these, I think it's in there. It's one of these, it's not like a spin-on one, you know what they normally have. Let's take a look and see what's in the box number 2. I've never had this open since I've had the bike, so no idea what's in here. Ooh, what's that? Oh, I think it's some sort of thread lock. I think it's just like some white stuff on it. At first I was thinking like it's milky oil. Actually, that's very clean. That's very clean indeed. Probably didn't need to change it, but we've got one, so why not? And there is an O-ring on there. A dinky little filter. That's pathetic. Did any of you guys notice which way it come out? Cause, yeah, it was that way, weren't it? So I'll look inside there. Yeah, that'll be it. There's like a spring in there. Yeah. How cute. Right. Now, I've got 2 O-rings here. I don't quite know how I acquired 2, but one's a genuine Kawasaki. I don't even remember buying it, but I obviously did. Now that O-ring looks well manky, well past changing. Looks like somebody's, again I told you that I believe this bike has been maintained on a budget, which I'm not knocking, you know, but it would appear that someone has, rather than replace the O-ring last time, has used the original and then popped a bit of gasket seal around it. So let's get the replacement. Pop it on. Okay, it's on. Now I've also got a new oil filter. Put the oil in there. And then we'll put that new filter on there and shove it in. What have I done with the screws? Here we go. Doesn't seem to be seating very well, but let's just see if it pulls in with the bolts. Should do. Where's the other one? There we go. Soon find out if we've done it wrong, won't we? Because it will either seize up or piss oil everywhere. I don't want it to do either of them things. Because it is a cracking little engine. We compression tested this in an earlier video. And it is a cracking little engine. It's got about 150, 160 if I remember rightly. There we go. Oil filter changed. Yeah, that's pulled in nicely. No, wrong with that. Nice shiny new oil filter. Okay, now the oil itself. I've no idea how much this holds, so we'll just wedge some in and see what happens. I didn't buy a new O-ring for that, but I don't think it's massively important. Right, let me get rid of some of this crap. We'll see about getting some oil in it. Obviously, at all times, you must use top quality engine oil. Never ever go cheap, unless you're me. You know it's coming, don't you? Right. A little funnel. Looks like one of them Lady P things, doesn't it? Where you put the now engine oil. I can't even remember where I got this from. Amazon, obviously. But yeah, Amazon Basics 4-stroke motorcycle oil. It's probably shite, but we're not exactly talking high performance. And of course I will change it at a later date. No, I won't. Right, wedge a bit of that in, and we'll just top that up until it's at the top level. I think you've seen enough. I am working towards getting this bike started. Oh, my old knees, not what they used to be. I bought a new battery lead that goes from the starter motor in there up into the starter solenoid. Can I find it? Can I fuck? Right, let me finish off topping that oil up and then we'll come back. Right, oil done. Here we are. I don't know if you can see that, but we are right up to the second line. Now I know when it fills up that oil filter, when I run it, it'll probably need a little bit of a top up, but for the time being that job's done. I have put the starter solenoid on as well. I need to connect it to the starter. That's tucked away in there somewhere. I've taken my word for it. Also, I fitted a brand spanking new number plate. Now, interestingly, when you order a number plate, there's the old one there. It's all knackered and gnarled and what have you. When you order a new number plate, you have to provide proof of entitlement, i.e. the V5, and also proof of who you are, i.e. a driving licence or a passport. Most places will not let you have one unless you do that, or they will sell you something that's not got the proper BS number on it and call it a show plate. This is a proper road legal number plate. I have no idea who Easy Care Limited are, but it has got the BS number on it. It said in the paperwork and on the ad, absolutely 100% road legal, and I provided no documentation whatsoever, so presumably they broke the law. It was a seller with an Asian sounding name on a site I've never ever used in my life before, called Etsy, E-T-S-Y. Apparently they're quite popular, but I've never used them. Anyway, air cleaner. We've got the main air cleaner box on. All the screws were drilled or cut out, they were fucked. So I've got to find some replacements. This is the lid, which is a bit manky. So I'm now going to set about cleaning that up. I'm not going to film it. I'm going to take out this plate, whatever it is. I don't know. Yeah, just need to clean it. I've got a new foam filter for it as well somewhere, if I haven't already lost it. What have I done? I know I've got one. There you go. Yeah, I knew I'd ordered one somewhere. So I've got a new foam air filter for it. No expense spared on this beast. Right, I'm going to clean that. You don't want to see me clean that, do you? You do? Well, tough. Right, it's had a bit of a clean up. I've not really gone to town on it. It's got all the cobwebs and dead insects and shit out of it. Now, all the screws that came out, I think if I remember rightly, they had to be drilled out, so they're probably fucked. I've been looking around to what I can replace them with, and I can't find no flat panhead screws, which is what they should have. But I do have an abundance of these socket head screws, so those with a washer on, I think are going to do the job. And I've got 5 of them, so they'll all be matched and the same. So, like that. I think they'll do perfectly. So, let's go for, that's the old air cleaner that was in the bin. And we have a new air cleaner. Ta-da! From that well-known company that everybody deals with, Bajaj Autos Limited of Mumbai. Yeah, I don't fuck about. I only have the very, very best. How'd you get in it? Right, so that goes in there, like that. That goes in there like that, presumably. There it goes. I don't fucking know. It's got to be in it. And then, this metal thing, for whatever reason, goes on the top there like that. I don't know what it's for. But, go that way. Probably goes that way actually. Who knows? Yeah, who cares? What's that for, eh? Just to protect the air intake, presumably. Right, let us get that on the bike. Each thing we do is a step closer to this bad boy being MOT'd. I think we're still a way off though. We are a way off. So let's get this on. Is it? Is it better to put that on here maybe first? Does that go on there first? So many questions, so few answers. That's what I'm doing, that's how I'm doing it. If it's wrong, tell me, and then I'll change it later. Or I'll argue with you, because I don't like being wrong. Often am though. And that, I bet you can't even see, can you? Good, that means you don't know if I got it wrong. Right, let's get some of them socket head screws and get one or two of them in. Do, 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 do. Get that one in there. Just get it started. It's going to look the dog's doodad, I think. 2, 3. And where did we say that went? Was it something like that? Or was it that way? It was that way, wasn't it? Right. Let's get some of these screws in. There we go. Air cleaner on. Looking pretty spunky. Right. I don't know what next. What next? I don't know. Let's go and see. Right, I'm waiting for that battery to charge. It's a brand new battery, but it's been shed 3 or 4 months, so it's gone flat. So we're going to get a full charge on that, and then we'll pop it on and see if anything catches fire. In the meantime, I've been looking at this back end. Now I've got these plastic things, what do you call them? Don't know, they go on the back, and I've cleaned them up. They're a little bit scratched, but you know, so the entire bike at the end of the day. I've been using this stuff to clean them. Peak. It's not quite as good as Autosol, but it's far less abrasive. So if you're cleaning up plastic components like this, I find it a lot better. Now, the same guy I got the front brake caliper off also sold me this bad boy, which is the sissy bar, which it didn't have. It was missing. It had like a cheap, nasty black grab rail thing on it that just didn't look right. So I've paid 40 quid for this. I think it's quite expensive for what it is, but you know, nobody else had one cheaper, so in that respect I suppose it's cheap. But I'm going to, fucking hell, that's tight. I'm going to take it apart, clean up all the individual components with my peak, and then we'll see about getting this on. I think I can put it on, because I don't think you need the seat on to put this on. So we'll, it's a little bit tarnished, but we'll, for fuck's sake. But it's, like I said, it's a bit tarnished, but it's within keeping with the bike, so in that respect, yeah, it's a bit overcomplicated really, isn't it? Why do you need that and that. Why couldn't that have been one part? Yeah. Where can I put these screws where I won't lose them? Silly question, I'll lose everything. So this side I think is already loose. Yeah. Oh bollocks. Go on you bastard, gotcha. Right. I'm not entirely sure how that backrest comes off, so I probably won't bother. Right, more cleaning. Right, they're all cleaned up best I can. Got them side pieces. I'm going to start trying to put this together, and it was a long time ago when I took it apart, so I need to dust off the old brain cells a bit. I've been doing a bit more work on the tank. I've just applied another layer of filler there. Don't like doing filler work. Filler and sanding, boring. But let's see if we can get this together. I think these go on first, if I remember correctly. Then one of them. Couple of bolts. I think. Is that it? Something like that. I'm just going to put it all together loose for the time being, just so I can figure out how it all goes. Right, so yeah, just all loose. Other side. Behave yourself, tripod. Same again, plastic piece. Actually, I wonder if the seat does have to go on first. Ah well. We'll have to take it off again, we have to take it off, don't we? Two long bolts. I think. No, what have I done wrong here? That's it. Move them in a little bit so everything's still loose. Section itself. I always do that, I just went to adjust the zoom and turned you off. something like this. I don't know if it's ever had a backrest, because like I said, it's an import. Maybe the imports don't have a backrest, I don't know, but what it had was like a black painted grab rail across here that just didn't look right. Why would you have chrome and then black painted? So yeah, there you go. I've still got to tighten it up obviously, but that don't look bad, does it? Right, I'm going to get that tightened up. Right, I'm making progress on rubbing that tank down even. I've done a couple of passes of filler. It's not going to be perfect because I just don't have the patience for that sort of thing. But looky here, we've got the battery on and it does turn over because I've tried it already. So we have a little bottle of fuel there and we are going to go for a fire up. Oh shit, I've got to plug off that, so we're going to have a vacuum leak because I've just noticed. Yeah, let me get something to plug that off. Is that tyre flat? It is as well. I've only got a puncture. Just plug that vacuum line off. And then all we're going to do, can you even see? Right, all we're going to do is fill up this fuel line. And hope for the best. Well, that should be enough just to see if it's going to start. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Is there a choke on this thing? Yeah. So far, so bad. I wonder if we've got spark. Just pull the plug out, which I've painted in actual fact. I painted the plug. Well, I didn't sort of intentionally paint the plug. I thought, well, I'll be getting a new plug, so I'll just leave that one in because it will, it will protect the bore when I paint it. And then I didn't bother getting a plug. So let's see if this painted plug works. I'll just clean the end of that up. I mean, the paint alone may have stopped the what do you call it, the electricity. Alright, let's have a look. Do you know what? I think I had the kill switch on. Don't know. Might have done. No, I didn't. Zero spark. We are completely surrounded by no spark. don't want to touch it because it will zap me. Well, there's a problem. Right, let me look into why we have no spark, and I'll turn you back on. Right, I know why we don't have spark, because this plug is fucked, and I know that for two reasons. One, I've just put this plug on, which don't fit in the engine, but it was okay for testing, and we have good spark. And the other reason I know that that we've got good spark is because the bastard thing just zapped me. So I don't have a plug, so I'm going to have to go out and order one or buy one or something. So for the time being, unfortunately, we can't continue unless I can find one somewhere. I'll have a look round, but I'm pretty sure I haven't got one, which is a shame. Right, I've cleaned that plug up and I managed to get a spark. It's not a great spark, but a spark. I still need a new one, I think. But let's have another go. Right, that's full of petrioli. Ignition. Trying. Refill that pipe. That's full, so it's not taking the fuel for some reason. Which is choke on or which is choke off, to be honest. Refill it. there she is. She's running. And there she is, not running. Yeah, there you go. She started anyway. Right, I've got to get it running better than that. We'll get a new plug and we'll kick it and do some bits and what have you. Try and get it running better. Right, I've had that running for about 15-20 minutes. It's right up to temperature. I've got it on the old bottle feed there. It's running, but it's not running well. It's very symptomatic of an air leak. Revs are up and down and, you know, all over the place, and you can't sort of stabilise it, and it's very difficult to decide what choke is on and what choke's off. It's revving itself up and all sorts. So I may need to go through the carb, which is a pain in the arse because it is such a horrible thing to try and get off, but I may have to. I have squirted some carb cleaner around the carb, around all the joints, to see if it revs itself up or anything, and it doesn't, but it's still behaving like a vacuum leak. You know, that's how I can describe it. I don't know. I'm going to have a tinker about with it, see what I can come up with, I suppose. Right, leave it with me. Right, I am going to call it a day. I have had it running again. Now, something very weird. Now, with this pipe off, there is obviously a vacuum leak. However, it runs better. Now, if I've got it running and then I plug that vacuum leak with my thumb, it just revs up. But if I take it off, it does run better. It's still erratic idling and engine raising its speed and dropping again. Not entirely sure why it's doing that, I have to confess. But I'm probably thinking along the lines of ordering a carb rebuild kit, because even if it isn't that, it won't hurt it, will it? The only thing that's pissed me off about that is that carb is such a fucking pig to get out. Absolute horrible thing, hardly any room. I'm going to have to drop the airbox out, probably remove it entirely, which means taking that side cover off, removing the battery, disconnecting all that wiring. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but I think that's probably what I've got to do. If nothing else, it will eliminate that, and then we can move on to whatever else it might be. Anyway, for the time being, we are done. I'm going to go in, have a couple of beers, and we'll probably have another go tomorrow. Who knows?